What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today I'm bringing you guys my very first drive and impressions of the Lamborghini Veneno in Forza 5. Now, this is a car that I never thought they would bring to Forza 5. I honestly thought that it was just out of the question, because Need for Speed's had it, I believe a couple of other games have had it, and I kind of thought that the car had been, I guess, already claimed, you could say. But they've managed to get a hold of it, and they've managed to listen to a lot of suggestions, because I feel like a lot of people wanted this car. I mean, a lot of people want specific, like, niche cars, but this was one of those cars that some people love it, and some people hate it, and you're either one or the other. I personally love it. I think it looks menacing and evil, and just absolutely gorgeous. Other people think it looks overdone and just way too out there, but I think that that's what actually gives this car its style, its flair, because, I mean, let's be honest, it's a Lamborghini, and that's what Lamborghinis are about, at least for the most part. Aside from the speed, the crazy looks is what they're about, and it's also very good at taking out trackside markers. But other than that, this thing, as far as everything that I had done to it when I did this particular drive, the only thing that I did to it was a race exhaust system, because I wanted to open up the exhaust as much as I possibly could so I could get the entire sound that this car has to give, and also so you guys could hear that. But other than that, this car is stock. Still stock all-wheel drive drivetrain, stock power, except for the exhaust, which gives it like maybe a 15 horsepower bump, but that's about it. And other than the fact that, yes, it is all-wheel drive, it will actually slide decently well if you ask it to. Now, I am no all-wheel drive power sliding master. When it comes to sliding cars, getting cars sideways, I am all about rear-wheel drive. You guys know this. I've been a rear-wheel drive drifter for a long time. I've never really gotten into the more all-wheel drive kind of power sliding side of things, but it does look really cool. When it's done right, it looks really good. It looks really, really interesting, and I tried a little bit of it with this car, and it was actually not that hard to do. It didn't have, it wasn't anywhere near as complicated as complicated as I thought it would be. The only thing that was different about it, if you're used to drifting rear-wheel drive, or, excuse me, power sliding, if you're used to drifting rear-wheel drive rather than power sliding all-wheel drive, I have to keep saying power sliding all-wheel drive, because if I don't say power sliding, if I call it all-wheel drive drifting, then a ton of people are going to get angry about that. So, anyway, it's actually not that difficult. If you're used to rear-wheel drive, this car will not be that difficult for you to take it sideways. But then again, if you're used to drifting rear-wheel drive, getting an all-wheel drive car sideways usually isn't going to be all that hard. The only difference is that you can't just power oversteer everywhere. You have to be... for one, you have to be on and off the e-brake all the time. When I did this this particular run, I think to get the slides that I got out of this car, yeah, that one I was going for a reverse entry, and I just kind of tightened the car up too early. But to get the kind of slides that I was getting on these runs, I was having to use the e-brake a lot, I was having to clutch kick a lot, and it's a little bit of a workout to do, but depending on which cars you normally drift or power slide, it will be, it's hard to say. It'll either be simple or difficult based on your previous experience. Because if you've previously only drifted like S13s and GT86s and AE86s and cars like that, yeah, this is going to feel a little bit weird. But if you're used to drifting, let's say, even rear-wheel drive mid-engine cars, if you're used to drifting, like, say, NSXs, for example, the move over to this car won't be that bad. You'll just have to, I want to say, give yourself maybe 5 laps to kind of wrap your head around it and really get to grips with what the car is doing. But after that, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. You guys shouldn't have that much of a problem with getting used to this car. Now, as far as doing a rear-wheel drive swap build, I will be doing one later on in the future. I will also be doing a max power build, which I'll probably be doing at the same time as the rear-wheel drive swap build, because I'm going to try and lighten this car as much as possible, get as much power in it as I possibly can, and number one, seeing how it goes sideways, but number two, seeing what it can do in a straight line with maximum power and minimum weight. So, and speaking of maximum power and minimum weight, did you guys all see the drag race between the LaFerrari and the Sesto Elemento? It's been floating all around the internet lately, and I was actually really surprised of the outcome. I'm not going to reveal the outcome of that, just in case you guys didn't see it, but look it up, because it is a crazy, crazy video. Between two cars that you would never... It's a race between two cars that, for one, that you would never think you'd see on the street together, but back to the Veneno. It's weird because I was expecting it to feel a lot like an Aventador, and it does in some ways, but in other ways it doesn't. It's a whole lot more oversteery than an Aventador is, and it's a weird kind of transition, because the Aventador has a tendency to grip and then grip into understeer, whereas the Veneno has more of a tendency to grip into, it's almost like it's understeer, oversteer. It's weird. You're going to be sliding the back end around, but you're still going to be plowing forward if you don't use the e-brake to correct, or use the momentum to correct. It's a weird sensation, but overall, I really, really like the car. I'm very grateful to Turn 10 for bringing it into the game, and I will definitely be doing a bunch more drift builds of more of the new cars. But I'll leave you guys with a 360 across the line, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later.